who say Ramayana kalpanik hai, it's imaginary or just a myth. So why so much fuss about it? What is your response to people who say Ramayana kalpanik hai?
See, first of all, this Ramayana Kalpanik hai narrative has been peddled by a few people who wrote our history and who had a certain agenda to drive into our minds. If you go by the Indian scriptures, the classification is Veda, Itihasa, Purana, or we call it as Shruti and Smriti also. So Ramayana and Mahabharata, they are called Itihasa. Itihasa means Itihasa. Itihasa is, in Hindi we translate as history. In Sanskrit it is it thus happened, Itihasa. And so Ramayana is a part of our history, it is not Kalpanik. There is poetic element in it, there is no doubt, and there are many versions of Ramayana which bring poetry also into play, and certain imaginations of people also come into play, there is no doubt in that. But we have to also understand that why are only these two called as Itihasa, Ramayana and Mahabharata. So Valmiki ji, who wrote the Ramayana, that is the Adi Kavya. So the authority that we must go back to. So which Ramayana do we refer to? There are hundreds of Ramayans, right? Valmiki Ramayana is the authority that we go back to. Because Valmiki Ramayana, Valmiki ji is a contemporary of Bhagwan Ram. And he saw many things happening. And he noted it down. So that's why we call it as Itihasa. Same way Veda Vyasa for Mahabharata. So these two are called Itihasa. So it is not Kalpanik. And we should also go by the proofs. There are so many proofs today. So there are 51 generations before Bhagwan Ram who have been mentioned and 36 after Bhagwan Ram. And many of those kings you will be able to trace historically also. There are archaeological evidences available. Ram Setu is there. The entire Ram Sita Vangaman path has been traced. Lots of places you can match as per the description in the Valmiki Ramayana. You can also find planetary evidences. So like Bhagwan Ram, when was he born? The planetary constellations are mentioned. And like that there are for various events, like when he went to Vanvas and when he returned to Ayodhya, all those planetary constellations are there. Now you go back to a planetarium software, input all these, and you will find even the exact dating possible, and there are enough. Dr. P.V. Vartak has done research and many people have done research on it. So today it is established very well that Ramayana is not Kalpanik. It is a history with blending of poetry, mysticism, spirituality, symbolism, all that.
Yes.
So it is not Kalpanik.